Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's that time of the year, one of my favorite times of the year where I get to talk shit on movies. Majority of the time, movies are just movies, right? Movies are just movies, but sometimes there's a couple of them where you just fucking hate them. You just want to shit on them, shit more on top of it, and voila. And voila. Nothing else, nothing extra, nothing more. This is not a review. It's just me talking smack on movies that I've seen and watched that came in theater, Netflix, Apple TV, sometimes the ones on Hulu, and of course the ones on Prime. Any of those, I will always try to see, view, rewatch, re-see, review as much as I can. Sometimes I watch them at a much later time, and that's why I don't give you the reviews, but I did watch them and I've been trying to watch a lot of bullshit movies so I can get you a list because I looked at my list. I'm like, there's a lot of freaking horror movies which I dislike. Hey, but it's my opinion and it's what I saw and it's how I feel. So here we go, taking it away with number 10. With a movie like this, with a movie like this, sometimes movies are meant to be bad. But sometimes they're bad on purpose to make you laugh. In this particular case, this movie was just bad overall. They forgot how to do these types of comedy where they make fun of other movies. Of course, we're talking about The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, and that guy, Liv Schreiber. I think there's another one that I forgot. Yes, there was some times where it made me chuckle. That was about it. Maybe one hard laugh. That was about it. I know they're tending to be bad, and that they're supposed to be bad, and I know they're trying to go the old school type of comedy with that one, not like the new ones. But even so, it was still a bad movie, and because it knows that it was gonna be a bad movie, I can't give it too much squat, too much caca, because they knew it was gonna be a bad movie. In that particular sense, that's why it's at 10 because that's where it belongs. I did watch you, and you did suck. It's that simple. It's that simple. Number 9. Taking it away with number 9. Lilo and Stitch. I understand that this is a kid's movie, but the movie was boring. It was such a bore fest. I'm like, oh my God. And there was no laughing scenes. It was just made for kids. But they're like, yeah, that's why you're misunderstanding Rollins. The thing is, Sonic was made for kids, and I was entertained by that. How to Train Your Dragon was made for kids, but I was entertained by that. There was no reason why Lilo and Stitch should suck and be boring. That's why it belongs at number 9. Number 8. For number 8. For number 8. It was a movie that came out in theaters. The question is, how the hell did you make it in theaters? Primal War. Vietnam. Dinosaurs. Obviously, I'm a sucker for dinosaurs. You guys know this. I don't know why this movie made it to the theaters. I don't know. I'll say one good thing. And you guys remember that movie Skyline? How their budget was so minimal and their CGI graphics were like, wow. Well, I can say that the dinosaurs were pretty freaking decent. The whole movie overall, it was just shit. I don't know how it was further. It's not further up in the list. And the only reason I don't have it further, because we knew it was going to be a bad movie. Looking at the previews, I knew that I'm like, oh, am I looking? Am I going that direction? Am I going that direction? Unfortunately, I knew it was going to be a bad movie and I called it and I still watched it. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Let's get on to number 7. Number 7, it was a movie that I was looking forward to, Wolfman. It was the same director as The Invisible Man with the chick from Ozarks. It had gone any bad, and it did. It went bad. It went bad. It was Another movie that was just boring. Whatever he did with Invisible Man, nothing carried on to Wolfman. Nothing carried on to those thrills of the invisibility, those horror, those like, whoa, what got me from that? Nothing. And I do know that invisibility with the Wolfman is very, very different. But he missed. He missed. He completely missed. Not even the Wolfman looked good. Number six. This one makes me sad because part one was so good. Megan 2.0. Megan 1 was a great factor. Like, just a, it was just a good, decent horror slasher movie. Megan 2.0 wanted to do what James Cameron did for Alien and make it into an action movie. What? And it sucked. It just sucked. Why? Why do we have this sequel? And don't, if there's a Megan 3.0, I'm not gonna go watch it. Or maybe I need more movies in my top 10 list, right? So it's one of those movies where it just sucks. Sucked. All right, let's get on to number 5. This one complaint about it. Death of a Unicorn with Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. One complaint. If you're gonna make a stupid movie like this, like for instance, the new Anacondas movie that came out, I haven't seen it. But if it's rated R and it's a horror movie or horror slash comedy movie, you gotta bring in the gore. You gotta bring some sweet kills. In the movie, they're not bringing sweet kills. It took itself too serious. It's a freaking unicorn. Get it out of the fucking way. Number 4. The Strangers Chapter 2. What a piece of shit movie. I'm trying to feel bad for these strangers who they are, these villains. They show you who's the villain, and then when they try to remove the mask, like we're supposed to be shocked. You already showed me who was the killer. And you're trying to make me feel some empathy or sympathy or whatever you want to call it. This was a bullshit ass movie. And I cannot wait for part 3 to fuck off forever. Number 3. Fear Street Prom Queen. The only reason it's up here, even though it's a Netflix movie, majority of these movies came out in theaters. This was the only Netflix movies that made it to my list this time around. The only reason it's up here because the Fear Street movies were really fucking solid. The first Fear Streets from 2023, I think it was, they were so good that I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try for Prom Queen. And what a bad, it was bad. The kill sucked. I told you, if you're gonna make a slasher or a horror movie, get some good kills. The kills sucked, the story sucked, the characters sucked, the acting was horrendous, and the movie just sucked. The movie just sucked. The twist sucked. Everything about it sucked. It just sucked. Ah. Oh my god, just thinking about it puts me in a bad fucking mood. All these movies suck. All but these next two are dog shits. These are probably the only dog shit movies that I saw all year, and they're both rated the same. It's just that one I hate more than the other. So here we go. Number 2. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a slasher. You're a remake, reboot, prequel, sequel, requel. It's not a prequel. I'm just trying to be funny, but I'm not funny. I'm being serious. It's a piece of shit movie. Freddie Prinze Jr. Really? What the fuck? He goes to the island to save his girlfriend and his friend or friends on part 2. And then he becomes a bad guy 20 years later because of a divorce. The fuck? Talking about crashing out after a divorce, right? That's stupid as fuck. And then the movies suck. There's probably like one kill. I'm like, come on, I already told you. If you're a slasher movie, if the story's not gonna be good, amp up the kills. There's a reason why Scream has survived, because Scream is solid when it comes to the story. And then some of the kills are brutal where it's memorable. That's the difference between all these ones that are trying to come back after 20 years. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate that movie. I hate it. I give it a 0. Fuck that movie. Number 1. Oof, number 1. This movie just pissed the fuck out of me. It pissed me off. It pissed me off. 28 years later. Yes, I don't care what the critics say. Oh, such a charming movie. No. Movie sucked. Good, solid 20 minutes. I would probably say like the tension was amazing. And then the main character, the kid, goes all soft. He wants to go on an adventure on his own with his mom. And then the movie's, what the fuck was I watching? I paid money for this movie? Ooh, a big ass cock? What? What the fuck? And that's supposed to be a fresh rating? How? After the father and the son come back, and then he takes off with his mother, the movie's ass is shit on top of shit. The movie's ass. I don't care. You're never gonna change my mind. And then these stupid ass Power Rangers come out in the end. What the fuck? The reason it's so high up in the list, because 28 days later, amazing. 28 weeks later, I love it. We didn't get 28 months later because it's been so long. And we're like, oh, 28 years later. Oh, with the original director. Oh, with the original crew. Oh, no. Piece of shit ass movie. Take that shit, shove it up your ass, pull it out, and then put shit on top of that fucking movie. That was a fucking whack ass motherfucking movie. Anyways, people, I am pissed off. I gotta fucking leave now. And this one pissed me off too, but it didn't make the list. Anyways, that's an honorable mention. I don't know. I'm just playing. I'm pissed off right now. All right. Let me settle down. What is your worst movies of the year? At least one. What is your worst movie? Sorry for cussing too much, but once you get into that motion of thinking of how mad and pissed off these movies make you, you lose control. You lose self control. I know I did. But, anyways, do like, do comment, do subscribe. And you guys have yourself a good new year coming up, 2026. I'm going to give you the best ones in a couple of days. We only have like 3 days left. And of course, after the year, I'll give you the most anticipated movies of the year that I'm looking forward to. Have a good morning, a good night, and a good evening.